Let's talk about the 24-hour urine test I'm doing. So in short, the two tests I'm doing, I'll put them on the screen, are to identify mast cell disorders. So what I'm going to do, it says, urinate upon waking up in the morning before starting collection, note the time. I woke up at 5 in the morning to use the bathroom. I went to the bathroom in the toilet. It says, do not save this sample. I flushed. Note the time. So on my bottle, I will write 5 a.m. Then it says, collect your urine in the next 24 hours. In this container, final collection should be at the same time the next morning. So my final pee will be 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, but technically it won't be 24 hours because I started today at like 8:30 and I don't usually wake up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. So I'll just probably finish at midnight and then that will be my last sample. That will be my collection. So let's get into what they mean. So I'm doing 2 urine tests in that one container, the N-Methylhistamine and the Beta-Prostaglandin urine tests. Very new to me. I don't know everything. ChatGPT could be wrong, so take this information with a grain of salt. I'm not a practitioner, not a medical professional, just sharing my experience with my health. So the N-methylhistamine urine test, I guess N-methylhistamine is a major metabolite of histamine, So N-methylhistamine is a metabolite of histamine released during mast cells during allergic and inflammatory reactions. So the test is going to help assess histamine overproduction that can occur in conditions like Mast Cell Activation Syndrome, histamine intolerance, systemic mastocytosis, if that's how you say it, chronic urticaria, hives, or anaphylactic risk. Okay guys, I just read how to prepare. It says avoid histamine-rich foods for at least 24 hours before the test. I already started the test, so I'm gonna have to let her know and maybe end up getting another sample ordered. We'll see, I guess, what happens with these results. So the beta-prostaglandin test, prostaglandins are an inflammatory molecule involved in pain, fever, immune responses. So beta-prostaglandin in particular is linked to mast cell activation and inflammation. So again, used to diagnose Mast Cell Activation Syndrome, systemic inflammation, hormonal imbalances affecting prostaglandins. So why use a 24-hour sample? I guess it ensures a more reliable measurement, which I guess makes sense because you're collecting urine over the course of 24 hours versus one single sample. So for the beta-prostaglandin test, this is how to prepare. Avoid aspirin, NSAIDs, I don't even know if that's correct. They affect your prostaglandin levels. Hydrate normally, but avoid excess caffeine and alcohol. I don't drink caffeine, I don't drink alcohol, so wonderful. So key differences between the 2 urine tests. The N-methylhistamine test will measure histamine breakdown, whereas the beta-prostaglandin test will measure inflammatory prostaglandins. The N-methylhistamine test is related to allergies, mast cell activation, histamine intolerance, whereas the beta-prostaglandin test is related more to mast cell activation, pain, and inflammation. So they do overlap in regards to mast cell activation, which is kind of why I went. But so that's good. But conditions checked, here we are between both of them. So for the N-methylhistamine, MCAS, histamine intolerance, anaphylaxis risk. And then beta-prostaglandin, MCAS, systemic